Welcome back to our channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Lauren and I am the mama of Konate Party of 4. Our family has been in Colombia for the past 3 months and we used Airbnb to find our places to stay. In today's video, I will be sharing our experiences at our Airbnbs in Colombia. If you haven't done so already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and click the notification bell so you never miss a new video. In our Panama video, I went over our Airbnb must-haves, but I'm going to go over them again here. We need Wi-Fi, a washer and a dryer, air conditioning, and at least 2 bedrooms. We had this at 3 bedrooms, but we discovered while we were in Panama that the kids actually slept better when they slept in the same room, so we've been doing that. We started our time in Colombia in Villavicencio. We flew into Bogota and then took probably a 6-hour drive to get to Villavicencio. After spending 3 months in Panama in a smaller apartment setting, we were really looking forward to being in a house with some bigger open spaces. We found that while the house was definitely bigger, lots of open spaces, had the pool, it wasn't quite the right fit for us. The pool was very shallow, so like Maddie could stand up in it and be like very far out of the water. So that made it a little awkward for me and Max to use. And Maddie really got tired of being in the pool by herself. So she went in there probably almost every day, but she didn't stay for long. When we initially booked this Airbnb, we planned to stay here for our full 3 months and maybe just take a weekend trip to see other parts of Colombia. After 2 weeks of challenges with the internet and also with the electricity, and realizing that we couldn't really get around that well on our own and there wasn't really much to do in the area, we decided to start making a plan to find someplace else to go. I am always all about making sure that we're not losing any money. So with this Airbnb, once you canceled, you still had to pay for another 30 days. So what I did was I adjusted our stay to be 30 days out from that 2-week mark, and we booked a ticket for us to fly from Villavicencio to Cartagena. Here's the breakdown for Villavicencio. The rent was just under $1,300 for the month, plus utilities, which came out $241 for the whole 6 weeks. It was a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, and the pros for us were that there was the pool in the backyard for Maddie and that the house was very spacious. The cons for us were the fact that we had frequent internet and power outages, and so that affected being able to work properly and just a lot of things. The hot water and all of that was affected by the power outage. Also, the house was not sealed well, so that meant that we had like geckos and spiders coming in through the cracks in the house, and it also meant that we had water coming in through the cracks in the house when it rained. And then the distance from the city center, it took us 20 to 30 minutes to get to the grocery store, which was a little challenging, and that utilities were not included for stays longer than 28 days. Overall, the house was nice, but we would not choose it again if we found ourselves in Villavicencio. We flew from Villavicencio to Cartagena. Check out our travel day vlog if you haven't done so already. I'll link it above. But we flew there 6 weeks into our stay in Colombia, and we spent the remaining 6 weeks at this wonderful location. We stayed at Mars Echo, which was about 17 minutes from the airport and about 20 minutes from the walled city. It really was the epitome of what we really look for in a place. Again, I feel like we're having a hard time finding that balance of all the amenities we want, but also having the internal space that we want. The grounds here were beautiful and very well maintained. We had access to this great playground. Maddie was a little bit taller than the slide, and Jackson was probably exactly as tall as the slide was, but they still enjoyed some playtime there. We had access to 3 pool areas. One was the kids' pool, which is the one you see Maddie in now. There was also an area with 2 jacuzzis and a swimming channel, and also a bigger family pool area. We really appreciated the attention to safety details here. Around all of the pools, there were these glass enclosures that required you to pull up and open the gate so the children weren't able to get inside the pool area or out of the areas on their own. There was this great locker room, and it also had a Turkish bath. As I'm recording this, I'm like, dang, I didn't try the Turkish bath. The gym was so nice and super quiet first thing in the morning. You had to make reservations for the gym, but you could reserve for 2 hours per day and up to the amount of people that were in your unit. The highlight of this location for the kids, and probably for me and Max as well, was the private beach that was right outside of these gates. It was great. We spent most nights here. Once Max got off work, we headed out to the beach, and we got to see lots of sunsets there. In our last video, I showed our beach day and showed you these areas that you can rent. So it's about $4 US, and you rent this little cubicle, and they give you chairs, you have your beach umbrella, and it's the perfect place to chill, and for the kids to be able to play in the sand, play close to the water, but we also were able to chill there. The beach was full of vendors. Some of them were a little pushy, but most weren't too bad. People selling jewelry or experiences like going on the jet ski or horseback riding. There were also lots of ice cream men selling ice cream and other frozen treats. Our kids got the hang of using the elevator very quickly and often almost got on the elevator without us. This location was also very close to lots of grocery stores and restaurants, and we were able to get lots of stuff delivered. When people came for deliveries, they arrived in the basement, and then the security guard would just call us up and let us know we had a delivery, and they had that convenient shopping cart downstairs so you'd be able to bring your groceries up with ease. Here's our rundown for Cartagena. Our rent was $11.60 per month, and we were in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. Our main pros were the grounds. We loved the pools, the beach, just really everything about the grounds. We loved the views. Even though our side didn't have beach views, the views of all the greenery, we loved that as well. And the proximity to stores. We had about a 5-minute drive away from this location. There was a whole plaza that had lots of restaurants and grocery stores. Really just everything that you need was right there. Our last pro that I forgot to put on the list is that the host offers you a housekeeper if you like. It's about 18 US dollars a day, and she will cook and clean. And with the cooking, you pay for the groceries, but she can pick up the groceries for you. So on average, we paid about $35 for her to come cook dinner, and most of the time the dinner would last us at least 2 nights. Our only con was that the unit was pretty small, but honestly, we're getting a little bit more used to being in smaller spaces, so we didn't feel too claustrophobic. And again, because the grounds are so nice, you absolutely have somewhere else to go if you don't want to be in the unit. We loved staying here, and we would definitely stay here again if we visit Cartagena. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I've included links to the Airbnbs in the description box, so feel free to click them if you're visiting Colombia.